Good morning, and well, not good morning. Welcome, Sagittarius. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Well, it could be morning for you, but um, yeah, I only say that usually when I do my daily reading. So I just was in that habit. This is going to be a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. We'll take a look at it's a general reading, no specific life area topic, current situation, and the influences around that. I'm going to use the Somnia Tarot. There's two different editions. I'm going to use the original edition for my clarifying, and this is called the illustrated edition. What else? Okay, this is for like beginning of February, basically the next 30 days, so almost mid-February to mid-March. So let's get going. Sagittarius, what you got going on? Where's everything at? What's happening? Keep in mind this is collective, so take what resonates and be sure to watch your other placements. What do our Sagittarius need to know? Current situation, Chariot, past influence, Knight of Swords, present influence, Eight of Cups, negative, world, positive, Ten of Swords. Okay, what you don't see, Emperor, what to look for, Nine of Cups, unexpected, Nine of Wands, challenge, the Fool, interesting. Future influence, Page of Swords, outcome, Queen of Swords. Where does this lead? Four of Cups, Lovers, and King of Cups. Devil's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles there too. So let's see what's going on here. Bottom of the deck is kind of like the overall feeling for the reading. Sometimes it feels like it really matters and sometimes not so much, but the devil energy is a addictive energy or a stuck energy. They talk a lot, it's talked a lot about being addiction, but I will say it can be anything that you're tied to. And it's really weird because with the Fool in this deck, I feel like the ropes are being freed, and it's like you can get rid of that attachment. So there's something about the Fool in this card that I feel like go together in this deck. But it's really about attachments of any kind. It could be, so for those of you who don't know me that well, I talk a lot about it can be an attachment to a thought process, a way of doing something. Definitely it could be an addiction to a substance, a person, tied to a job where you don't feel like you can leave, where you're just, it's something that you do over and over again and you almost don't even realize it. The Chariot is in your present influence. So as we get going, it'll make probably more sense. And some of you might know exactly what I'm talking about. So the Chariot, though, to me feels like there is some kind of real action happening here. Your past influence is the Knight of Swords. It goes the other way. Let me see. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is moving away. It's like it's moving out of your realm. I look at the way the cards are laying and how they're facing and all of those things, but I feel like it's something that has come and gone, and probably fairly quickly. I feel like the Chariot, though, is an energy of you moving forward. Now, I will clarify. I don't clarify all the cards, but I'll clarify some. So then we have the Eight of Cups and the present influence. So this is something that's kind of come and gone. And I feel like the only reason why it's going is these two cards. So the Chariot is full steam ahead, moving forward. The Eight of Cups here is about heading towards something new. So, and then we have the Ten of Swords and the strength or the positive stuff. So this feels like you're just moving away from a situation. I feel like it's probably that. Also, though, keep in mind when that's there, you might have to look at things a little differently. But I do definitely feel like you're on the right track. Now, the Chariot is fast. The Eight of Cups, not so much. So when I see the Eight of Cups, I'm thinking, like a spiritual journey almost. But it is something where you've realized, so even taking out that spiritual journey, it's a situation where you realize that it's not doing you any good anymore. And you either have to walk away from it or what else do you do? And it's almost like, the Eight of Cups leads to the Nine of Cups, and then to the Ten of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is really a great card about your, desires and having all your cups full, basically. And I feel like, and same with the Ten of Cups. So this, is a journey because you are headed towards something that's very important to you. I'm going to clarify the Chariot here. I don't think I'm going to clarify the other two right now. What's the Chariot about in our current situation? Because I think that Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups just makes so much sense to me. Tell me about the Chariot. Five of Wands, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. You're done with something. Yeah. There was probably a conflict, 5 of Wands, and you were giving it a lot of energy, and then it just felt like such a burden with the 10 of Wands. And I feel like the 8 of Pentacles is the energy that you put in to figure out how to leave that behind, how to take that 8 of Cups energy and move forward with the Chariot and to get going. So this is a situation was burdensome to you. And the 8 of Pentacles is about your thinking about how to handle it, problem solving, basically. How am I going to move forward? How am I going to get out of it? So there was some kind of thought process as you went through it. Your negative energy is the World. There is something here that I feel like, and your challenge, okay, so your challenge is the Fool. Negative World, challenge the Fool. The World happens, right? We reach our goals or whatever, and that's when we're able to start again with the Fool. First card in the majors, last card in the majors. This is starting to make a lot of sense. So there is something here where you feel like you're not finished yet. And again, I'm going to go back to that Devil card. You feel like there's something more to accomplish here. You haven't quite reached a goal, and it's almost getting in your way. So look at the goal that you're trying to reach. Is the goal a healthy goal, or is it just something that you're obsessed with? And look, when I say obsessed, I'm not being negative. I mean, we all have our obsessions. They're all different, but they're there. But sometimes we can get stuck on an idea, a thought, a road that we're going, do I really have to do it this way? Is this something that really has to happen? Because I feel like you can't reach a goal. You're either going about it the wrong way, but I feel it's more the other way. Do you really have to reach this goal? Is this goal that important to you? And what is the goal? Because it has a negative, it's affecting you. And if I look at the challenge, it's affecting you in the sense of taking a leap. Like, okay, well, now if you don't reach your goal, how are you going to start something new? And so that's becoming a challenge. So these two energies together to me are saying, maybe look at things differently. Maybe go, you know what? Maybe I just need to cancel that and go for it. Like, not have to reach that. Because the 10 of Swords is in your positive. So putting an end to something is really important here. And I feel like you have, or you are, or you will. I feel like it's a little bit of a challenge because of that World is getting in your way. But I feel like you overall know that this situation is done and over. I'm going to, I'll clarify that. I'll clarify that. So 10 of Swords, please. What is this about? This is in our strength. What is this? Our positive stuff. 2 of Wands, Page of Cups, Six of Cups. There was something here, and I'm looking at the cards. I'll show you the cards in a second. There's something here that feels to me like, okay, this ending is something where you made plans. Two of Wands, to reach out to somebody maybe, or someone reached out to you. Page of Cups. But there's something where you're going, no, this is not good. This is past. And I think that's why you realize it's over. So the ending could be just this idea. So let's say a year ago, I mean, I don't know, I'm just giving an amount of time. You made plans with someone and there was some kind of, offer of romance, love, caring. It doesn't have to be love. But the Six of Cups reminds us that this is from the past. I feel like you're finally ready to put this situation behind you. But I feel like this is slightly different than the Devil. It might not be, but I feel like it is. I feel like you're realizing, no, that's past. That's done. It's over. And because it's in your positive, I think you're handling that just the way you should. You have the Emperor and what you don't see. Now, the Emperor is all about control. The Emperor, and I'm going to clarify it only to see if this is you or someone else, because in the position of what you don't see, to me, that is saying, okay, this could be someone else's energy because you don't see it. Now, it could be something very deep inside you that you're not realizing, but a lot of times that position is either the environment, people around you, the job. I say the institution, or because it could be your job, or school, but it's not necessarily in your something you can control. Tell me about the Emperor, please. Devil, Nine of Swords, Three of Cups. Yeah, this is the situation that you were stuck on. The Emperor. What you don't realize is happening. I feel like Devil, Nine of Swords. See, the Devil and Nine of Swords make complete sense to me. Like when you're attached to something and you don't feel like you're getting it, then the Nine of Swords can be that anxiety, stress, anxiousness, fear, all that yucky, filling up our brain with things we don't need to know about. But the Three of Cups, I feel this Devil person might be celebrating you and you don't realize. So this is the Emperor. If you know someone that probably a fire sign but doesn't have to be, usually the Emperor will show up as an Aries, but it's more about someone having to have control. I mean, there's a lot of times I see the Emperor a lot in some earth signs, because some of those earth signs really like to have control. Well, at least the ones I know of. I don't know if they have something else in their chart, but there's a couple earth signs and they're different. They're not both the same, but it's like, you really have to have that much control? Really? So they can be. So it's not necessarily, but it is someone that is, and it could be someone that really has that boss attitude. I feel like they're celebrating you. There's something here about celebrating you. But I feel like with the Nine of Swords, I feel like they're stressed out. So there is something here about that. With the Three of Cups too, though, and having the control. If it is you, if this Emperor is you, what you don't realize is that you are ready to relinquish this Devil, because you realize the stress it's bringing. And the Three of Cups here is when they're not around, you don't feel that. Now, I may be totally, but this may be very specific to somebody, or, but, um, and if not, take that as it resonates, because I do feel like that could be a release of the devil taking back control of your own life. I also, though, get an overall feeling it could be the other person here, kind of working their way through things. What to look for is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about our, fulfillments and joy and reaching our desires and such. And I do feel like that's in what to look for. So let's clarify it. See if we can be a little more specific here, Sagittarius. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. Hermit, Five of Cups, Three of Swords. I want to be sad, right? I know. Just kidding you. This is moving past this. Hermit, Five of Cups. So the Hermit is about kind of trying to find your way. To me, that, he's got that lantern. He's taking time alone. It's definitely time alone, and doing your own search. But he has the lantern, so he'll be able to see what he needs to see. The Five of Cups, of course, is disappointment. And the Three of Swords is sadness, separation, heartbreak. I feel like it's asking, the cards are asking you, because this is what to look for. So it's kind of like advice, is to realize, and some of you might really understand this, Hermit, taking the time to realize that you don't have to have disappointment and sadness in your life to be happy. That, I know I'm saying that, I am, and this is going to be very specific probably again to somebody, but I feel like sometimes we feel like we deserve it, like this is something I deserve. And I think this is great healing to know that, no, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be disappointed and hurt, and I don't. And that can take a lot of control. Like, because sometimes we do set ourselves up like that, especially if it's a relationship. We tend to be attracted to the same person over and over. And at some point, we got to kick ourselves and say, okay, no, to be happy, to really reach my dreams, I need to go on a better search here. And I don't know what that better search is, but basically saying, I've got to do this differently. And I feel like I said that somewhere too, where you've got to do the road, the world, come back into the world, like take a different route. Your goal is not necessarily what you really need in your life. If you really want to take a new, fresh start, you don't have to reach this, it could even be an imagined goal, or even a goal you don't even realize that you're doing, but things have to be done differently next time. And I feel like that's like, this is all about that. Okay, so then we have the Page of Swords. No, I'm going to go to the Nine of Wands. Sorry. The Nine of Wands is in the unexpected. The good thing about the Nine of Wands is hard work, and it's at the point where you're so freaking tired, and you might think like you don't want to keep going, but you can. And I think unexpectedly you realize how much work this situation has been, whether it's been physical, emotional, but it's draining you. And what happens is, once you realize that, you realize what you need to do. And when this comes in, everything's going to make sense, right? You're going to say, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired. The way I explain the Nine of Wands. Now, and they're all fire, right? And all the wands, they're action oriented. A lot of energy in our wands. By the time you get to the Nine of Wands, I can see why you'd be tired, right? I mean, there's a lot of energy going on. So with that, you did realize, yeah, you may be tired, but you're not at the end of your rope yet. You need to get to that 10, the 10 of wands, because that's when you'll say, okay, yeah, this is hard, but I'm almost there. And then I can have that ace again, and start it all over. But yeah, I like it because you're at the end. Like, okay, yeah, I may be tired, but I got this. And it's the I got this that's unexpected for you. Realizing that, yeah, I can keep going. I'm good. Yeah, it feels a little frustrating, a little tiring, and a little over the top, but I can still do this. Tell me more about the 9 of wands. Chariot, 4 of cups, Ace of swords. Yeah, it's the realization. Absolutely. Ace of swords is about the realization. Yeah, you need to move forward and stop holding on. You need to go. Chariot, keep moving. No more holding on to this, because the realization is that it's overwhelming you. No more. And this could be that you learn something that makes you realize, I'm done. I'm done. This is too hard. So whether the other person does something or the situation, something happens. The Fool is in our challenge, and we talked about this. See, the Fool is, breaking free, so to speak. I mean, he cuts the ropes, and the only thing he takes with him is his diary. In other words, you only take what you really need, because it's time to start a new journey. And he's got the scissors in his hand too. Look at it. It's a cool card. So, tell me more about the Fool. Is there anything we need to know about the Fool and the challenge? 6 of swords, 10 of cups, 4 of cups. Okay, so it's a challenge because, yeah, you're struggling. 6 of swords is heading towards something better. The 10 of cups says to me that you probably do want some kind of solid relationship here. And the 4 of cups is not opening your eyes. Like, you're not opening up your eyes to everything around you. Again, having that goal, I'm going back to that world in your negative. You gotta knock it off. Because the 4 of cups is kind of like, it can be nostalgic, it can be bored, it can be, but when I look at like the Rider White deck, the out of the sky, he's being given a cup and he's not looking at it because he's so bored or so stuck on one thing. When something else is coming in, they're not looking at it. So this is the key to this challenge, is that if you really want to move forward, open up broadly, going back to that world card. Don't think that you have to do it one way. Open things up a little bit for yourself. This is the leap of faith, because you have to get rid of that one idea. Because if you don't, you're going to lose everything. I mean, okay, I'm being a little dramatic here, but this deck, he's blindfolded. He's got cups on his shoulders being held. There's a rope between the 2 cups on the ground. If he doesn't open his eyes or take that blindfold off, he trips over those cups, so he loses the one on the ground, and he probably stumbles and loses the ones on top. So, if you don't open your eyes, you might not, and that's why I say you lose everything, but it might keep you from moving forward in a more timely manner. Oh, look, and then there's Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay, keep going. We've got Page of Cups here, Page of Swords, and your future influence. So the Page of Swords, I feel like in the near future, this could be towards the end of February, next 2 to 3, 4 weeks. It's all going to be different, but there's going to be an energy around you where you do need a little bit of time alone, but that's kind of the Hermit too. But I think you're going to be really, because this page, the page focuses, this one focuses and really is trying to learn something, and he's alone here in this deck. But I'm assuming it's a he, but it's it's like you realize that there's still a lot of work to do before you can really move forward. And I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords is too. This Queen of Swords and the outcome is you putting that plan together, going, okay. So the Queen of Swords is very intelligent. She does get stuck on one thing, but she's got a logical sense to her. So I feel like towards the end of February, beginning of March, you're going to be just really like, okay, I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to be logical about this. I'm not going to do this, as a fire sign would, just kind of arbitrarily jump in and get it done. But instead, I'm going to go through the logical process. Page of Swords, the energy of doing the work is leading you to understand where to go and how to move forward with the Queen of Swords. Then we have, it leads to Four of Cups, Lovers, King of Cups. So I'm going to clarify the Four of Cups because we just talked about this with the ropes. See, you could see the ropes better in this card. But this is about, I feel like you still need to take those blindfold off. I feel like going to the Lovers and the King of Cups, I think that's really good. However, I think the Lovers is back to your devil, and then the King of Cups is something new coming in. I'm getting that feeling because I have that darn Four of Cups here. And I feel, and it's facing that Lovers card. And the Lovers is very much like the devil, not necessarily where the two people, the Rider White, it's the exact same two people that are in the Lovers that are in the devil tied up. And so sometimes, it can be a really, really close. So let's take a look at what this is exactly. So I don't want to be leading you in any indirect way. Tell me more about the Lovers, please. There's that Queen of Swords, Five of Coins. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of are headed back that way for a hot second. And I'm going to tell you, I feel like it's a hot second because you do have the Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and then the Emperor. And the Emperor had that devil there. So what I feel like this is you looking at that situation, you're thinking you want it, but that feeling ends quickly. This time is not like a long period of time. You're like, okay, you kind of go back that way, but you're realizing, no, I need to do something different. You realize that with the Queen of Swords at the outcome. So I'm going to have to really take a different path to put more control so I can bypass this situation because I feel like this is that situation. And not in a, I don't think it doesn't feel positive to me. It feels like you're just kind of revisiting, but I feel like you're only revisiting because this is taking some time. It takes time to understand, like when you have your eyes set on a certain goal, you can't, I'm telling you not to, change your goal or whatever here. That's what the cards are saying, but it's really not that easy. You can't just snap your fingers and it's done. It takes time and it takes work. So I feel like this is kind of coming to the end of that though, because I feel like the King of Cups is really good. The King of Cups too has an energy to me of going with the flow. He's on his throne in the water. The water, drifts back and forth and he's just hanging out and going with the flow. It's a nice feeling. It's a very loving person, an empathetic person, someone who really has a lot of caring. Again, it's a cup. It could be any of the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I don't count on that so much because our other placements really sometimes make a bigger difference. So, but it is someone that's very kind and loving and caring. They could have a lot of water in their chart, or they could just be that way. Tell me more about the King of Cups, please. What is this? A King of Coins, 10 of Coins, 3 of Cups. I like this. So this leads to definitely something a lot more stable. These are really good cards. King of Coins, 10 of Coins. 10 of Coins is like, your home. It's also the ultimate relationship because there's, you get to a point where, you have kids and a home and ancestors. Now, not that you're there yet, that's fine, but I feel like this King of Cups has something to do with that. Like they're going to really, it's a stable person that's going to come in your life and make you feel comfortable. 10 of Pentacles. And I feel like the Three of Cups is a real big celebration of you, or each other, but I feel like it's more of you. Is this king. Now, the king does not have to be gender specific, okay? So if you are male watching this and you are, attracted to females, this can be a female. It could be it's not gender specific. It's more in attitude. I feel like the king and queen can offset each other because they're both, it's maturity more important than anything. The queen has a softer to the court cards, where the king has more control and more, a little bit more, but all within that element. In this case, water. Is this King of Cups anyone in specific? Anyone specific? Knight of Wands? Someone that you are thinking about going to go see, someone that you may have to travel to, or maybe you meet this person when you travel. I'm not going to try to dig into it much because it's a collective reading, but this could definitely be something where you travel and you meet somebody like this. Or, yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah. I'm going to leave, yeah, because I get too much into it. So what is the, I'm going to put this back here so I don't get this all mixed up. What is the advice for our Sagittarius? Seven of Wands. I would say just make sure you take care of you. Make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you stand up for yourself. That's what the Seven of Wands is all about. And when I see an advice, it's easy advice. Don't, you don't have to go, oh, it's all, you don't have to be like, it's all me, all me, all me. It's not that kind of energy. It's more, being able to say, hey, you know what, this is what I need. Or, you know what, no, I'm not going to go out with you. I'm not going to see you because, and that's the protection part, like maybe you have to protect yourself because, if you go out with this person, you're just going to fall for them all over again, or whatever. I'm just giving examples, but it's a softer, you don't have to go in with guns ablazing. No, it's all about no, it's not that feeling. To me, it can be, but there is no cards here that tell me that you need to be that way. Matter of fact, when you're dealing with other people, it's better to be on the softer side of that. But it's staying true to that though. You don't have to, scream and yell or really, do that. You can say, very softly, but you just can't let it go. Got to be stern about it, and that's what I think it's telling you. Just understand that you need to take care of you. Make sure that you are taking care of you in a relationship, in work, whatever this is, that no one's taking advantage of you, and that you are protecting yourself to some degree. Sometimes this can be about overprotecting ourselves, like in a relationship where we're afraid to show our feelings. This can come up that, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's stand up for you. Yeah. So there you have it, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how you feel. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of the day.